EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And 11 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. McLaughlin. That one complete to Anderson. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
$13 yards remaining on second down. They go play action now. Wilson. Right side complete to Butler. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McLaughlin. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's out to the flat for Akers. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for an LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Johnson running left. Oh, some strong running. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 37-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That pick his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. Exactly. But the 9 picks
9
you
picks,
want.
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jets 3.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for an LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, McLaughlin. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run here with Akers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, Akers. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On second down now, Akers. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and sneak it here.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll look to run with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Rams 14, Jets 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 yards on the play. First down, New York.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Throwing on 1st down, McLaughlin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They give to Johnson going right. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Jets get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
They're going to keep it on the ground, but he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in a tight two-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Touchdown, Rams! Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
New York.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 4. Back to throw. McLaughlin. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They try the left side with Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
Jets 19.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. McLaughlin. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Akers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give running right is Akers. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle. And that that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
On first down, Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Going right back to Akers.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as good running gets him to about the 44. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, McLaughlin. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Throwing is Wilson. This is the tight end, Njoku. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Here's 2nd and 10.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run it with Johnson. Powers through. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
First down, Jets.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 35-yard line.
Johnson running left. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly.
They'll spot him at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.